Our Raiders begin today's episode with a 6-4 record, and a big reason why has been the play of Denzel Stockton these last 2 weeks. It might be the best 2-game stretch I've seen him have in his career. Beating the Chiefs by multiple scores was a statement maker, and he carried that performance into the following game against the Eagles. And we've also seen a bit of a breakout for wide receiver Anthony Clinton. But over these last 2 games, Stockton has 5 touchdowns and no interceptions. The best we've done in this series is 10-7. I want to see if we can get hot at this stage of the year and have our best season yet. Denzel Stockton is in great form right now. But it is only a 2-game stretch. The issue has been consistency. So I wanted to see, could Denzel Stockton keep this up for another week in this competitive AFC West? This may be the most competitive division to win this year, and it's going to take perhaps our best season of the series to win it. First quarter against Denver, Denzel Stockton's interception streak comes to an end. Flying in to make the play is safety Justin Simmons. Stockton's 6th interception of the year. He gets it back for the next drive in the first quarter and hooks up with Anthony Clinton. He takes off and does the rest. A bad angle from the safety, and that is a 75-yard touchdown. The breakout of Anthony Clinton continues with his biggest play of the year. 7-0 Raiders, and here is Josh Jacobs ripping off a strong run out across midfield into Denver territory. A chance to go up multiple possessions here in the first quarter. Stockton downfield, can't connect with Tyrese Chambers, who had a chance. That keeps the Raiders out of field goal range, and they get nothing. Gardner Minshew is the quarterback currently with the Broncos, and he gets intercepted. That is Kader Kohou. Instant red zone trip for the Raiders. This is a spot where you know they need to capitalize. Spreading out the defense, caught by Clinton inside the 5. Those are the kinds of plays that give him more issues. And on third down, the run of Jacobs is stuffed. Raiders held 2-3 on that possession. Broncos down 10-0. They look to get their first points, but down goes Gardner Minshew. It's a sack for Ramon Hayes. That gives him 3 on the season. Broncos end up with nothing. We go later in the second. Off the fake, Stockton hooks up with Anthony Clinton near the 40-yard line for a big connection. These two are starting to click. And on third down, it could have been a big play for Nolan Irwin, but the fullback drops it. Raiders send out the field goal team, a 54-yard try, but it's a fake and complete. Alex Ware to Darnell Washington, and the drive continues. Stockton back out there, and the ball is jarred loose from Drew Keller, the young tight end. And even after getting the fake field goal successfully, Raiders come up empty. Broncos still down 10, and on third down, Minshew loses the football. Crosby and Hayes share credit on that play. Let's go to their next drive. Facing third down again, we're looking to pitch a first-half shutout, but Minshew throws a perfect ball to Cassidy Harris for the first down. That's the kind of play it took to move the ball on this defense. And then it was right back to the turf for Minshew, sacked by Max Crosby. Broncos bring out the field goal team and do get 3 before the break. 10-3 game, Raider ball second half. On a 2nd and 22 for Stockton. He gets it all back and then some. Catch and run, Tyrese Chambers. Touchdown Raiders. Longest play of the year for second-round rookie Tyrese Chambers. Both the Raiders' touchdowns to this point were on 60-plus yard touchdowns. And later in the third, there's a catch for Rashad Bateman. That took Stockton over 300 yards on the day. And facing third down, he drives the pass to Clinton, whose inconsistent hands show up there again. A 20-3 game in the fourth quarter. Broncos trying to battle back. That's the young star receiver, Cassidy Harris, one of their best young players. Then a handoff to Javonte Williams. Not much there, but on the play, Ramon Hayes is shaken up again, and injuries have really affected the start of his career. He missed 7 games a year ago. Following a field goal, 14-point game, and Stockton hooks up again with Bateman for the big connection. Follows that up by finding Chambers over the middle. We're starting to see that run after the catch ability. All these pass game highlights. Let's not forget about this guy, Josh Jacobs, down to the 1. Raiders knocking on the door. Jacobs kicks it down as the Raiders win their 3rd straight. Final score, 27-6 over the Denver Broncos. That win keeps us in a first-place tie with the Kansas City Chiefs. Both teams now find themselves at 7-4, as we have a chance to put together the best season we've ever had in this series if we can top the 10-7 season back in the first year. The way we're playing right now and the confidence of Denzel Stockton, I have a feeling we're going to get there. But there's still a lot of work to do, and that's where we will continue the action today. I'm not quite ready to say that Denzel Stockton has turned a corner, but I do think he's playing some of his best football of the series. We see that his morale is in a really good spot, so he's getting all these different boosts. He's in great form, and hopefully things can stay that way. Over his last 3 games in these victories, he has 7 touchdowns to 1 interception and over 300 yards a game. Ramon Hayes did get injured in the late stages of that win against Denver, and he is going to be good to go going forward. When he was walking into the locker room, I wasn't sure what to expect there, but Hayes is going to be all right. Now, the big games just keep coming here in the AFC. The 6-4 Ravens are the next opponent. That means you've got a duel between Lamar Jackson and Denzel Stockton. Who do you expect to step up? I want to see it be Stockton. When we're facing the best quarterbacks and the best teams, can he consistently beat those guys? 4 touchdowns is a lot to ask for, but certainly doable. We also have a breakout chance here along the D-line, and that's going to be for Ramon Hayes. So thankfully he's good to go for this game, because this could be what gets him to superstar development, and I've seen that superstar potential since we drafted him. We have an upgrade here for George Kruger, the young defensive tackle who's been pretty efficient. And one guy I wouldn't be surprised to see have a breakout chance before the year is over is wide receiver Anthony Clinton. Quickly flying up the leaderboards here on the team. Now 311 yards. When you have 75-yard touchdowns, that helps. And it seems whenever he has an opportunity now, he shows some big play upside. Now, he's not the most consistent guy. He has only 79 catching and 81 catching traffic, so he's not going to be a guy who can catch really 7 to 10 balls a game in most cases, but for those couple big plays a game, those make a huge difference when 3rd and longs are suddenly a chance for you to make a play, or you can turn a simple catch like he did in that last game into a 75-yard touchdown. Makes things a whole lot easier. We have a chance to go into our bye week now with a 4-game winning streak against another quality opponent. Can our Raiders get the job done? First play of the game is a 75-yard Josh Jacobs touchdown. Wow. But the Ravens respond with 75 yards a bit more methodically to tie the game. The Raiders open with a pair of touchdowns. Rashad Bateman gets this one. And this offense is still cruising down the field. Anthony Clinton making plays. Shakir Chaney and Antonio Gibson getting some action too. We end up kicking a field goal at 17-10. 50-yard touchdown Tyrese Chambers. The big plays are taking this offense to a new level. I mean, it is unbelievable. A 74-yarder now for Josh Jacobs. It wasn't just big plays in that Broncos game with the watched gameplay. We're simulating our biggest scores of the year now, and it's 31-10. I'm just kind of in disbelief right now at all the big plays we're getting. This is going to be a legendary stat line for Josh Jacobs. Now the Ravens down 14, got 5 minutes to recover. They need a touchdown here and have to keep themselves some time for a second one. Lamar Jackson under pressure. They sacked him. Milton Williams was there first. Crosby on the cleanup. 3rd and 9. 4-man rush. Jackson sacked again. Ramon Hayes. Maybe he'll get some chances to get that breakout. That's one. I don't know if he has any other TFLs in this game, but if Jackson drops back a few more times, there will be chances. 4th and 12. They double Hayes, and Jackson intercepted by Jalen Johnson. Another fantastic day for the Raiders. It's not quite over yet, but they're closing in on a 4th consecutive win. And if the score remains, it'll be 4 multi-score wins in a row. We've played so many close games in the series, and we always end up having to work so hard for these wins. This is a change of speed here for the series. Stockton, first down, has Keller, and he stiff arms a Raven, getting first down yardage. Jacobs, can he score again? Not here. 199 and 2 touchdowns. Stockton throwing a touchdown to Anthony Clinton. And the Raiders will run to an 8-4 record behind another impressive performance. Hayes does have 2 TFLs. That's all he needs, right? 6 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and a sack. That might be all he needs for the upgrade. I'm just here to see if Hayes gets any more. This could end up being the game's final play. And they double Hayes. Jackson launches, and it is incomplete. And the Raiders win 38-17. It's as hot as we've ever been in this franchise. 3 more touchdowns for Denzel Stockton. No interceptions. A great defensive performance again. Josh Jacobs runs for 202. Anthony Clinton, 8 for 85. Just when I said he couldn't do 7 to 10 catches, he goes and catches 8, doesn't drop any. So he might be even better than I thought he was. Michael Farrell keeps racking up tackles, and Ramon Hayes has a very good game, and I believe that will launch him forward. Bang! There it is. Ramon Hayes, superstar development. That is so big. And of course, Denzel Stockton shows up and wins the quarterback duel. He's now gotten the better of Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson in this winning streak. Morale can't possibly get much higher. Still, the Chiefs maintain first place alongside us, but now we've got our bye week. Hopefully this doesn't ruin our momentum, but at least it's another week we can't lose. And I think we should do a little self-scouting here. Figure out what's working so well and keep it going. And then you move on and get to face the 9-3 Bengals. There is just no break in this conference. The playoffs in the AFC might as well be 3 months long. But we are legit, like the 3rd best scoring offense, 4th best scoring defense. We ranked very well in all categories last year and didn't have the wins to show for it. And now we do, and we're 2 off of tying the best season in the series. Even though this is like why I wanted to build the team this way and why we had the type of offseason we did, still kind of surprised that it's working out, I guess. I'm not sure I want to make any more contract offers at this time. We have $60 million available for next year. Trayvon Merrick would like 10 per season. Kader Kohu is more of a 4th corner, so I won't prioritize that spot. Shakir Chaney's a free agent. DJ Reed. Most of these players could see some regression and contract demands could change. But I'm even not going to offer a deal to fullback to Nolan Irwin because he dropped that pass earlier. No, it's because he wants $5 million a year, and I just don't know with the way the roster's looking if you can afford a $5 million fullback, a $4 million punter, and a $4 million kicker. Sacrifices ultimately will have to be made to the roster, but that is not today's battle. That's for another day. So with another win under our belt, now the Raiders get the Cincinnati Bengals. With Denzel Stockton, one of the hottest players in football right now, maybe he's entering the MVP conversation. You know, I've made an effort to do more simulating this year and move faster, but it's like every week, it's like, well, this is a pretty big game for a myriad of reasons. So I do these kinds of games here like this just because it beats simulating if you can then jump in late and see how things play out. Bengals get on the board first, though, with a touchdown to Jamar Chase. But not to be outdone. Raiders driving down the field with their first attempt. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Nope, they went for it. This is a new Raiders team. We're different now. The defense has been amazing as well in this stretch. But we're kind of due for one of these games that shoots out a little bit and we have to play like a 34-31 game. This could very well be one of those. Raiders grab the lead on the second Shakir Chaney touchdown of the day, pumping up that free agent value. Sacked by Milton Williams. Like, he has easily been one of the best signings of the entire series. It really is not all about overall. You just got to find the guys that can produce, and he's absolutely been one of those guys. Big plays on this drive. A couple penalties help him out as well. We're pre-halftime, and thankfully the clock's on our side, forcing them to end this drive early. A 28-yarder to Rashad Bateman a few runs later, and again, not seeing a lot of Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Antonio Gibson. It's not 3 for Chaney, at least not yet. 8-point game. Right down the field they go. Joe Burrow leading the way. And then Mixon scores, and they tie the game. 21-21. Here we go, everybody. Raiders looking for another win on this streak. Josh Jacobs trying to break out the right side, held to a gain of 1. Looking for AFC West scores 2 down below as Stockton fakes, and it's knocked away from Chambers. Broncos currently lead the Titans. We have a 2-game lead on them. I believe we have one more game against the Broncos, one more against Kansas City. 3rd and 9. Stockton with time. Off the mark and had an open man. The Chargers as well are 6-6. And that's obviously the basement of this division. So everybody's in it, despite how well we're playing. 21 apiece. Now Joe Burrow's turn. They still have T. Higgins. They still have Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon. What I didn't realize is Mixon is their RB2 now. They have another running back getting the lion's share, or the Bengals share of the carries. It's Callahan. Arthur Callahan, 81 overall, 25 years old, on his way here. As we have the running backs, definitely at this stage of this series, rotating a lot more. We're seeing more young running backs elevate into those starting roles, just as I intended with my XP and regression sliders. Burrow right there on target for Jamar Chase. Handoff. Down goes Callahan. Max Crosby. We've seen a lot more impact plays from him in the last handful of games. Along this winning streak, Max has been a big part of it. He's in the zone. Handoff. Callahan, not much. Oh, we got to set up the abilities as well for Hayes now. And he knocks it away! Recovered by Ramsey! That is a touchdown! He knocked it away! What a play for this Raider defense! I don't believe I have seen that before. Ramon Hayes with a first. He just knocks it out of his hand. That is awesome. Man, as a team builder, this is so rewarding to see. Handoff, cutting back inside. Not a bad play for Callahan. This is like Christmas. I'm watching a young running back who's pretty good. I got Ramon Hayes making the play of the day. We're on this big winning streak. Caught by Chase, though. The job's certainly not over. 5 minutes left to go in the game. 3rd and 7 Bengals. They send Callahan all the way out. Empty for Burrow against a 4-man rush. He slings it complete. Got a mismatch there. Over the middle against the rookie linebacker Farrell. 100-yard game now for Jamar Chase. As the Bengals try to tie things up. Play action. Burrow getting rid of it. Good coverage. 4-man rush. Burrow. It is caught inside the 20. Down to the 16 with a lot of time left. Jamar Chase is top of the screen. And the pass is hauled in by Callahan. And he is hurt at the end of this one. He's going to come out of the game. Arthur Callahan off the field, so they bring in Joe Mixon. He gets the handoff and nearly converts. Sending extra pressure. It is caught. 1st and goal with the forward progress. We're having trouble getting near Burrow on this drive. 1st and goal. We go back to a 4-man rush, and he's hit. Throwing it away up the tunnel. 2nd and goal. To his left. Mixon. There's a face mask on Merrick. Automatic 1st down instead of 3rd and goal. On top of that, just 1 yard away. And Joe Burrow. It is nearly a controller-shattering highlight. Again to the air. Caught. Touchdown. And the Bengals will look to tie things up after the Luke Good touchdown. And now we got 2:30 left to go. And what has this streak been about? The play of Denzel Stockton trying to turn the corner against the best teams in the AFC. Here we go. This is what it's all about. Chambers awaiting the kickoff from McPherson. It's a touchback. And now Denzel Stockton looks to win this game. The best quarterbacks here will make sure the other passer doesn't touch the ball again, and that you come out of here with a win. Stacked on the bottom. It's 1st and 10. Stockton floats. It's caught by Bateman. Now he's flying. He will go. Touchdown, Raiders. One play, 75 yards. That's our new identity. Unbelievable play. And the Raiders just keep on hitting these big plays. You think they can't possibly do it again? And then they do. 34-28. Now, that leaves Joe Burrow. Over 2 minutes left to respond. Bengals football. At their own 25, and it's out quick with a catch at the 32. Over the middle, and again hauled in. Bengals have been able to work the underneath passes pretty effectively. May have to with this pass rush. 1:37 on the clock. Good protection. That is intercepted. He forced it to Higgins. Jalen Johnson gives us a chance to finish the job. I mean, this looked like me out there just staring down the first read, not seeing the underneath defender. Yeah, that was blanketed. No reason to throw that ball. But it never stopped me before. 35-28. All right, let's see if we can close it up today. Jacobs in the backfield, gets the handoff, and works his way out for 2. Handoff, Jacobs, blocked well. Close to a first down. Another foot will end it. Darnell Washington checks into the game. 3rd and inches. That should do it. Josh Jacobs runs us to the 28, and that is your ball game. The Raiders keep on winning and will move to 9-4 on the year, defeating another AFC contender. We're seeing something we had never seen in this series. Is this a new era for Denzel Stockton and the Raiders? The hottest we've ever been in this series, beating the best competition we've ever beaten this series. This time it is a close game and a very exciting win. 2 touchdowns late, you get the forced fumble on the screen pass that turns into a touchdown, and then a 75-yarder from Denzel Stockton. The big play element is here, and I hope it's here to stay. Stockton only goes 12 for 18, did not have to throw it much, still gets 213 yards. Jacobs, 89 yards on the ground. Shakir Chaney is checking in a lot. We have quite a bit of rotation this year. He got 6 touches, 26 yards, and 2 scores. Gibson finds the end zone. This is a fantasy football nightmare for those of you playing Josh Jacobs in this game. Jamar Chase, over 100 in the score. Same is true for Bateman. What a game. A lot of tackles racked up there for Devin White and Michael Farrell. 2 sacks on the day. We didn't even allow one. And we did not throw an interception either. This team is hot at just the right time, and we seem to be getting even better. Ramon Hayes, a superstar now. And he's got that second ability slot opened up. So what options do we have here? We're going under pressure to apply pressure from a greater distance. Goal line stuff. This is really useful inside the 5. And unpredictable, again, for the shed wins. A lot of the abilities available are really not important for this style of a series because it's CPU. Tyrese Chambers. Slot upgrade, getting 3 catching, 1 medium, 1 short route running. Shakir Chaney might find himself in a decent role after the offseason. Not sure if he'll be a starter, but he's getting a little bit closer. And we've got Leon Hillhouse here as we go with power, open for pass protection, and get some of it. And the Chiefs are with us every step of the way. This is becoming a 2-team race in the AFC West. But even if we do not win the division, we're looking to be in pretty good shape for the playoffs. The Chiefs are currently holding on to the 6th seed. The 6th seed, and they are currently 9-4. There are 3 10-win teams in the AFC, 3 more 9-win teams in the AFC, then an 8 and 7 at this stage. Barely being above 500 isn't a good place to be. But what is great now is that we have some key head-to-heads that can help us out if there is a tiebreaker. But right now, the hottest teams in the conference, us and the Chiefs, have the longest active win streaks. And now it's put to the test for us against the Cleveland Browns, who are 5-8. I remember our game against them last year well. We were supposed to win, and we didn't. It helped launch their season forward, too. It does appear they're a little bit stronger this time around. Guys like Dylan Winston have gotten some key development. He went for over 1,100 last year. He's a star. I had a feeling this game would be awfully tough as well. It is a 13-13 tie in the 4th quarter now. The stats for the 2 quarterbacks really couldn't be much more similar than they are. It's been a defensive football game, but the quarterbacks aren't exactly making mistakes. I love your feedback on this episode. Getting a bunch of these late game scenarios is definitely an action-packed, fun way to do an episode. I think that it's an option when we could simulate past these games, but I want to see the streak continue. You know, it'd be not much fun to have it end in a simulated loss or something like that. That is almost intercepted. Intended for Rashad Bateman. That was nice. 2:10 left to go. Raiders again with a chance. A very similar situation to what we had late in the previous game. On second down, Stockton. That is caught by Keller. First down, Raiders. Edge of field goal range. Can they control the final 2 minutes? Jacobs, the give, slips the tackle. And now into good field goal range, under 50 yards from here. More Jacobs, more first downs. And now Anthony Clinton is shaken up. You don't want to see anybody, leave this core that's playing so well right now. Hopefully AC can come back soon. But now Amari Cooper checks into the game, and it's a short pickup. Jacobs. He's got it here. First down inside the 10. Chambers is slot right. Another handoff. Jacobs is slammed down by DeForest Buckner. And now Drew Keller's going to exit. 2 starters leaving the field. Clinton's back in now. He's opposite Rashad Bateman on 3rd and goal. Massive play. Jacobs stonewalled. And that'll bring on the field goal team. 1:01 to play. Field goal here probably takes 3 seconds. From that distance, only 2. 3-point Raider lead. So it's young Hunter Jenkins now trying to keep the Bengals season alive, and it's going to take a big drive with under a minute and no timeouts. Alex Ramsey in the slot. Devin White over the opposite slot. Jenkins under pressure. He's hit down by Milton Williams. And that just took off a ton of their remaining time. And now they've got to go even further. Jenkins gets it off. Incomplete. Jenkins pressure. That's a safety. The Raiders are going to walk out of here with a win now. What's the plan for an onside safety punt? Man, I feel like I've had to seen that at some point, but I can't think what you're supposed to do. Because that would be your only path here for the Browns. Huh. I'm going to have to look that one up. And he kicked it out of bounds on top of that. So I was able to find a clip, actually, of a team attempting an onside free kick here. Now, according to the NFL rule book, you don't have to punt it. You can drop kick or place kick after a safety, but you can't use an actual tee. But in Madden, I don't know of any way you can do an onside try following a safety. Raiders win again, 18-13, man. We don't do it with the big plays this time. We have to play a slow slugfest and really just let them make more mistakes. So we win again. The streak continues. It is a 10-win season. This is officially the best season of the series, no matter what happens from here, in my opinion. We do have a playoff win in another season, but the steps we've taken this year as a team and what is still out there, how much of a difference do we think Jaden Perkins is making? Because this was an effort, on my part to try and strengthen things for the second half, and the defense has been a lot better. I haven't said Perkins' name a ton. Let's get Alex Ramsey an upgrade here quickly, and then we'll check out Perkins' production. Good man coverage upgrade. Jaden Perkins has 48 tackles, 5 sacks, 11 TFLs. That's kind of been his production over the course of his career. With the Raiders now, we just had him get a half sack in this game. And, it's hard to say if he's getting pressures in some of these others, but he did get sacks in 2 of his first 3 games. The Bears, I think, was his first game as a Raider, and then the streak started immediately after. Now, we also suffered an injury in this game. We saw a couple guys leave late. Broken ribs for Drew Keller. He is done for the remainder of the regular season. And we have a veteran in place to take over some of that role, but I do wonder what the right move here is. You have Darnell Washington and then Adam Kaiser and Joe Roberts. To me, Roberts is kind of that second best receiving tight end. His hands are better. His route running is overall better. I think you give Joe Roberts a chance to play. I just noticed as well, the Chiefs finally lost last week. We are in the driver's seat now for this division with 3 games left to go. Win streak at 6, and the Colts are our next opponent. We already have 10 wins. What's next? The streak continues. Raiders make it 7 straight wins. What a day. 27-17 in their newest win over the Colts. Joel Maddox, the best quarterback from the most recent draft, had a pretty good day against our defense. Stockton 1 touchdown, no interceptions, 200 yards. We're definitely leaning on the run quite a bit, and results have been very good. Our run defense is also consistently holding opposing running backs in check. Jonathan Taylor under 4 yards a carry. And then you've got Anthony Clinton 6 for 82 and Joe Roberts 5 for 44. He finally gets his chance, and I'm excited to see what he can do with it. Defensively, we had Jaden Perkins with 2 TFLs, Crosby with another sack. We've been waiting for days like this in the series, and it's awesome to see. Let's go physical here with Anthony Clinton. Want to see some catching traffic? We got 2 of that. There's always guys I wish could get more playing time. Taylor Seymour must have gotten banged up in practice. Next season's another chance for Seymour as he gets some catching, route running upgrades there. I know we expected to win that game, but like you said, everyone is a threat in this league. Someone has to lose. Better them than us. We avoid the trap game. Everybody gets 1,000 experience. And in Week 17, we'll be playing for the division title against the Kansas City Chiefs. We win, and it's ours. Our Raiders are officially the hottest team in the NFL, winning their last 7. It's the best win streak in the AFC, and they are now the second-ranked team in the conference, behind only the Miami Dolphins. We do not have a game against the Dolphins this year, so we're going to have to hope they trip up down the stretch if we want to become the number 1 seed. But our next objective is to try and win this division, win our 8th game in a row against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, with an 11-4 record, I'd be shocked if we have not clinched a playoff spot. It doesn't say that we have, but I know we have a head-to-head over the Ravens. The Bills are also there at 9-6, so they could get to 11-6. So I guess the only way out is for us to lose the last 2 and lose a tiebreaker to Buffalo. But given we're 8-2 in conference, I don't think that they can actually catch us. So I'm pretty sure we've clinched. So next time we're going to do the full game against the Chiefs. We're also going to get through the Denver game. We'll see how much has to go into that episode, but I want to see us go into KC and try to win this division. Where is the Stockton meter now? I mean, it's got to be at an all-time high. 31 touchdowns, 6 interceptions for Stockton on this hot streak. We have not seen him play this well ever for this long. Josh Jacobs, 1,356 yards, 8 touchdowns, and he's already gotten his yards per carry back above 5. Rashad Bateman, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. Drew Keller, this is interesting because this might cost him Rookie of the Year, being out for the rest of the year. Tyrese Chambers is on his heels now and has more touchdowns than him. Anthony Clinton, 560 and 2. What a day it's been for him. Joe Roberts, we're going to see him next episode. And then you've got a defense that you can't forget about at the same time. A lot of TFLs, a lot of guys who can get to the quarterback here in this front four. Oh, this is awesome to see. Let's close it here. Give me the MVP voting right now. Denzel Stockton is 7th. And for Offensive Player of the Year, Josh Jacobs is 6th. Defensive Player of the Year, Crosby is 6th. Rookie of the Year, Darrell Oldham right now is in the driver's seat. Then Joel Maddox, Tyrese Chambers comes in 3rd. And Michael Farrell running away with Defensive Rookie of the Year as well. I will end today's episode on that note. What do you think of this team now? Thank you all for watching today's episode. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We've got some exciting times ahead in the Raiders franchise, and I will see you all next time. Subscribe if you haven't already for more of this franchise, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.